my first pipe in a long time.
It's umbilically linked to me.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Kind of pacifier?
Nasty. No, it's just a pipe. As Freud said, a pipe is sometimes just a pipe.
Right. Oh, did he say that?
No, actually,
he wasn't into pipes.
He said about a cigar.
Having written about space and stars, do you see any correlation between the planets and astrological forecasts?
No.
You're just totally against astrology, aren't you?
Well, I'm against anything that keeps people stupid. And,
You mean what I read this morning in my horoscope in the newspaper is not going to come true?
It said you don't mate with a dinosaur, right?
I said don't get out of bed.
Don't get out of bed, no.
Stay there.
No. Astrology is what they had before they had science. And anybody who makes a living off astrology today is just gulling the public, that's all.
How so?
Well...
There is no correlation between the tides and the sun and...
No. As a matter of fact, may I risk this here?
Sure.
I was asked to bring this, so I happen to have it with me. This was what your producer sent me. It's a study that they just did in the L.A. Times. Actually, they did it in France. They ran it in the L.A. Times, and they took the biographies of 2,000 successful people and found that there was absolutely no correlation whatsoever between what they were, what they became, and what their astrological signs were.
Were they all born on the same day, at the same time?
They took them from everywhere, from all different dates, all different times, all through history. It said the subjects, all 20th century Europeans, included sports champions, military men, actors, artists, politicians, scientists, and writers. Nothing. No correlation.
Well, why are people so fascinated by it?
Well, we live in very difficult times. I mean, it's a very complex world. And people want something to believe in, and they can't believe in, ordinary systems anymore. They don't work, so they go for things like EST and Scientology, or they let Jerry Falwell think for them, that kind of thing. And there's always somebody who believes in some kind of crazy mythology. There are people who read bumps on head. There are people who read the falling of water. There are people who read dirt. It's called geomancy.
Right.
They throw dirt up in the air, and the way it falls, they say, oh, look at that, man.
Right.
You're in deep trouble.
Right.
I mean, whatever kind of lunatic belief there is, you will find nuts who will believe it.
What about religion and God?
What aspect of that would you like me to go at
God.
First? God.
Nailed him. Look at that.
Oh, no. I've got an answer.
I got him.
I'm looking to see if there's a lynch tenor in the mob. I don't know.
There are a lot of people watching you right this minute.
I go with what Mark Twain said. Mark Twain, see if I can lay it on him. I can't.
Sure, you're going to hide behind...
I'm cool. Twain said, if you really believe there is a supreme deity watching over everything, and you look at the condition of the world, you are forced to the ineluctable conclusion that God is a malign thug. That went over very, very well.
That really did.
So you can say, there are only two things you can't really say. One of them is that you don't believe in God, and the other one is that you're an elitist, that you believe that there are people who are better than other people. You can say any other. You can say you're a communist, that you've had all sorts of hideous sexual perversions, but you cannot say that anybody is better than anybody.
Are you an atheist and an elitist?
I think I'm so far past atheism, there's really no word for it. It's not even that.
What do you believe in?
I believe in people. I believe that any species that can paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling, that can write Moby Dick and put someone on the moon, is godlike.
But why are some godlike and some not godlike?
Well, the handiwork is imperfect. That's all I can
Whose
say.
handiwork?
Whoever's.
Did I get him, Richard?
Yeah. Well, you ascribe to the universe the act of knowing creation. You're getting me into a whole... I mean, I'm not a theologian.
We'll be back to the Big Bang Theory.
I'm about as good as he is on theology, He got the body of Christ in him and fell down the stairs. I mean, you got me now,
Right. But he was a thief, that's why.
I was drunk.
He was drunk, too.
That was my excuse. What's yours? Mine is sober. I'm doing it sober, kid.
UFOs.
Well, UFOs are more... The thing that always makes me crazy is everybody who sees a UFO, it's never the president, it's never the UN, it's always...
President Carter
saw a UFO, right.
But he's not with us anymore.
That's very true.
Right.
I rest my case.
His brother Billy, I think, saw a lot of them.
They're usually green, they have elephants driving them, right?
Yeah.
The thing that makes me nuts is that the UFOs come from deep space, this great and wise race.
Right.
And they always say one of two things, either Jesus saves or clean up your room. Your planet is dirty. If you don't stop polluting it, we're going to wipe you out. And I think that a race that would come from space would have something better to do than to nudge us about cleaning up our room.
Right.
Cosmic fetches is not my idea of, glory.
Reincarnation.
What about it?
Possible?
If I come back, I'm coming back as Pittsburgh.
Are you?
I think big. Pittsburgh is okay.
Yeah.
You look a little worried about this conversation.
Not at all. I love a conversation like this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's crazed. You know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I got here something else. This is about astrology. This is a statement that was signed by 192 leading scientists saying that astrology is caca.
What kind of scientists were they?
Well, all sorts. Here are
Astronomers?
all sorts. Yeah, all sorts. They are.
Well, you got Linus Pauling.
Well, these are all Nobel Prize winners. There's about 25 Nobel Prize. Urey and Medawar, all of those. Well, look at all these. These are heavy-duty people. All of these. You can't see them. You have to trust me that what I'm saying. Look. They all say it's nothing. There's nothing to it. You can have that for reference if you like.
I will.
Okay.
Gotta get Sidney Omar on the phone. He'll get you. That's fascinating. And Harlan Ellison's Shatterday, a collection of short stories, is wonderful. And we'll come back after this message.
Crunchy French bread to talk.